Hello everyone, my name is Andre and today we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, this time episode 27. She blinded me with card games. Seems like a fun title and very appropriate for Yugi's character. So we will see who is blinding Yugi with card games. Perhaps someone who wants to have a date with the King of Games, perhaps. The title does make it sound like this is going to be more like a filler episode, so we will see. So, this episode, again, a bit different, still trying out the new light. Do tell me in the comments below how you guys feel about this new light. I have changed the camera settings to try to see if it looks not shit like last episode. But do tell me, do you like this one? Do you prefer how it was before? Do you think I should perhaps turn on the other light at the same time I have this one? Tell me in the comments below, because I really want to know how you guys feel about the new light that I just bought. So yeah, that's mostly it. Again, like I was talking about, it feels like this is one of the last filler episodes before the game begins, the tournament begins, the Kaiba Corp tournament begins. So I am sure that it's going to be lots of fun. So without any further ado, guys, as always, please don't forget to show your support to Little Kuriboh. Links are in the description below. And as always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps this channel a lot. And from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate every single one of you who has decided to take a chance and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. And again, it's free. It's you know, it's fine. And if you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe. So please do consider subscribing. It really helps a lot. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at AndreRosaYT. Without any further ado, let's begin, shall we?
Hey, remember when Bakura used to be in this show? Neither do I.
Man, I can't
Who's
believe
Bakura?
Kaiba started his own tournament. Now I have to enter it and get the prize money for my sister's eye operation.
Wait,
Joe,
didn't
there
she?
isn't any prize money. The winner gets his opponent's rarest card. Besides, I thought
Oh.
you already won the prize money in
Yeah.
season 1.
You-
Yeah, well, I kinda spent that money on trading cards.
On
Joe,
trading
really?
cards? I thought you would spend it on prostitutes. Oh, fucking hell. Like, do tell me, don't you think this Joey would have spent it on that? Like, come on. He wants them hoes. He wants them hoes.
You selfish bastard!
Shut up, Tristan. You just want to get into Serenity's pants.
Of
No,
course.
I don't. I want to have sex with her. Oh, that's what you meant.
Hello, we're Japanese teenagers.
Then you must be here to buy some pornographic comic books disguised as graphic novels.
No, we're
Yes.
just here to register for the new card game tournament, since we have absolutely
Oh,
nothing
of
better to do with
course.
our lives.
Ah, you must be Yugi Moto. I'll enter your name into the Kaiba Corp database and we'll see what comes up. Here you go, since you qualify.
5 stars. Love the photo. Yugi, love the photo. Oh, wait, no, this is not Yugi, actually. This is Atom. You can tell because Atom has the line in the hair. Oh, shit. This is actually worse. Well, the Pharaoh... As a Pharaoh, he didn't have the freedom to do whatever he wanted, so now he's just pursuing his dream in the dance industry. It's totally fine, it's great, and I hope to see a performance. Like, don't you guys want to see a performance? I totally want to see a performance. He and the Dark Magician can perform Swan Lake. Oh, that would be great. I was making a joke, but now that I think about it, that would be incredibly funny. And it needs to be serious. It cannot be like a joke. For it to be actually funny, it needs to be so serious. Because, you know, it would just be hilarious. Oh my god, I want to see that. Someone animate that, please. Someone make that. It doesn't have to be the Swan Lake, though. It's one of the few pieces of ballet that I know.
For the tournament, here's your free duel disc.
Free?
This is going straight on to
Bullshit!
Does it say anything about me on your magical computer box thing? Let me see. That
bastard Kaiba rickrolled me. I haven't been this mad since they made Heavy DDR a submod.
Joey, no! If you get too angry, you'll become the Incredible Hulk.
Tristan, Bruce Banner.
I thought it applied to everyone.
If it'll get you to leave any quicker, I'll just register you in the tournament and give you a free duel disc.
Of course. Why is it free? Kaiba, come on. I know Kaiba is filthy rich, but it doesn't make sense.
Let's get out of here. The obscure references are making me dizzy.
Hey,
Everything
Zelda is
going
not
according
obscure.
to plan, Master Marek.
Excellent, my mind slave.
Okay.
Excellent.
Nice.
Now, about those pornographic comic books I ordered. I'm late for my...
But see, that's exactly what I was talking about last episode. If I am not mistaken, nobody confirmed it or denied in the comments below, but if I'm not mistaken, this tournament is not the Merrick saga or arc or whatever you want to call it, regardless. But it's not the Merrick arc, right? This tournament is what happens before the Merrick arc. So seeing Merrick behind the scenes, working his magic, literally, in order to make sure everything goes the way he wants, makes Merrick sound like a bigger villain because it feels like he's a true mastermind, a true evil genius that's making sure everything goes according to whatever he desires. There's not a lot of shows that tend to do this. Usually they just focus on the villain of the week or villain of the season. And because usually seasons tend to be, you know, either very short episode-wise, time-wise I mean, or very short in terms of number of episodes, it usually is done really weakly, and it makes the villain feel just another villain, you know. It doesn't make them stand out usually. Sometimes it actually works out. I've seen a lot of shows that have utilized villains in a particular season that have made them to be amazing. I've seen shows fail terribly at it. So yeah, to a certain point, I praise Yu-Gi-Oh! in the fact that they are setting up Marek, they are setting up the next arc, whilst not overshadowing the current one. And that's very important, because there's a good way of doing things and there's a bad way of doing things. And when it comes to setting up the future villain or something like that, the focus can't be just him. You need to know that he's on the background, watching, you know, making sure everything goes the way he plans, but the main focus should still be the current arc, should still be the current villains or antagonists. In this case, I assume there's not going to be a particular villain besides Marek's acolytes, obviously. They are probably going to be villainous, but again, they're just goons, so they don't really matter. But besides the acolytes, or whatever they might be called in this show, I'm assuming that what we'll have is simply antagonists. You know, people that just want to win the competition, much like Yu-Gi-Oh! And his friends. Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm sorry, Yugi. I do apologize for that. That was very dumb for me to say. Regardless, just like Yugi and his friends, you know, I do believe that what we'll see is just, you know, a bunch of people trying to win a tournament, and the only ones who will be taking this in a more serious demeanor are going to be the acolytes of Marek, because they are preparing for something else. So that's more or less what I think. And from what I'm noticing, Yu-Gi-Oh's storytelling has evolved a lot from season 1. You see, up until the Pegasus tournament was very underwhelming storytelling wise. But it feels like, again, and I can't state this enough, if this show is any indication of how normal Yu-Gi-Oh goes, you know, with the setups and stuff like that, if they are showing us those things, it feels like the show's storytelling got better. Perhaps because they got, like, more budget for it, which could also happen. Like, you guys need to understand sometimes that these shows don't have a lot of budget in the beginning. Like, the first seasons, these are shows made to sell toys, like Bakugan, like Digimon, like Pokemon. These are shows to sell stuff. They are made just because they are popular. And again, because of that, usually they don't have that big budgets and the greatest creative minds working on them. because they don't really matter. They are to sell for kids. These shows are made for kids who will literally see and watch anything, and be happy with what they have. So for the most part, these shows don't have as much effort put into them. So when you see a show of this genre, which has a bit more care and a bit more thought put into it, is always so refreshing and so nice to see. And it feels to me that at the very least, this show, with what they have, they are trying to do it in the best way possible right now. It feels like they are walking down the right path storytelling wise. So I'm really surprised and I'm really content with that personally. Again, it only applies to Yu-Gi-Oh! The show if and only if the abridged series that we are watching is any representation of the actual plot that we are following. But from what I have seen so far, it feels like this show, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged Series, is trying to tell the Yu-Gi-Oh! Plot better than in Season 1. And it feels like, for me, it feels like the show as well is doing a better job with the plot than in Season 1 that we just watched. However, I'll say this again, Little Kuriboh is doing a great job this season, proceeding with the setups and proceeding with the right amount of storytelling and the right scenes to showcase on his abridged series in order to attempt to tell a cohesive story. Because up until, in Season 1, I was not able to follow anything. But up until now, I'm more or less able to tell what's going on, thanks to the fact that he's telling a story whilst also doing a parody, which is something that Season 1 didn't feel like it had. Now, this episode is very important. I forgot to say this in the beginning, because this is the episode where people said the show got way better. It's after episode 27, so this is the marking point, and we will see after this episode if that's actually the case. However, it feels to me, the way I'm analyzing this show and the way I'm seeing this show, it feels to me that storytelling wise, Little Kuriboh has improved drastically from Season 1. Because again, with the exception of that first filler episode with a little girl, all the episodes seem to have had some decent information, some character introduction, and decent information for the future of the series. And it feels like they are doing the right setups whilst poking fun at the holes and the plot holes that the show had originally. So I am very surprised with how much Kuriboh has evolved from Season 1 to Season 2, which is where we are right now. And I'm really satisfied with what I'm currently watching from a cinematic point of view, a storytelling point of view. I think he is improving a lot, and that's really good.
Sister's operation, so I'm gonna go take a shortcut through some dangerous back alleys in the middle of the night.
That sounds potentially fatal.
Yep, wish me luck.
Is he going to get assaulted?
With a sister I'd like
Oh,
to bang.
he...
Tristan Serenity sitting in a tree. Kissing.
They know my secret. I'll just have to kill them all.
Yes.
Do it. Do it. You know you want to.
Man, my sister is gonna be so proud of me when she hears I'm in the tournament. Hopefully that will distract her from her imminent blindness. Hey, a bunch of creepy-looking guys in
Oh,
cloaks.
these are the
I think
Merrick
I'll go
guys.
directly towards them. Hey, what gives here? My sister's waiting for me at the hospital.
I'm afraid she'll be waiting a long time, Joey Wheeler.
And who might you be?
We are the elite group known as the Rare Hunters. My name is Steve, and these are
Hi,
my associates.
Steve.
They are also called Steve. We are here.
You're gonna kick the crap out of me and steal it?
No. First, we're going to challenge you to a children's card game. Then we will kick the crap out of you and steal it.
Wouldn't it be much easier just to skip the first step?
Yes. Yes, it would.
Don't worry, Serenity.
Meanwhile,
Joey will
wait,
First
what?
step?
Yes. Yes, it would.
Don't.
Meanwhile, on the anime version of Grey's Anatomy, Joey needs to lose. For the show to work, Joey needs to lose that battle, and I think that's what they're going to do. But Joey definitely needs to lose that battle. For the story to push the rare hunters as actual capable individuals in a fight, Joey needs to definitely lose. And also that will make Yugi, obviously that will give Yugi a bigger reason to fight to win, you know. Because up until now it was a friendly tournament, there were no stakes, but now there's a stake, you know, in game, you know, because it's Joey's cards. They are probably going to steal the dragon that he likes so much. So the way I see it, it's very possible that this is like the trigger of the season to ensure that our main characters stay focused on destroying and pursuing the rare hunters, and with it they will uncover the truth that the rare hunters are just the puppets of this bigger, better mastermind called Marek, which again, you know, works really well in my opinion. And again, you had the entirety of the criticism in between the storytelling, which was, you know, the fact that he said, why, of course, shady guys in front of you, why would you run towards them? They are in dark cloaks, like with an eye on it. It's definitely something that you should try to avoid. And the fact that Joey just went home all alone on a dark alley, you know, it's good commentary.
Don't worry, Serenity. Joey will be here soon, and then you'll be able to have your operation.
I know, Daddy, but sometimes
Daddy,
I think
okay.
Joey knows more about card games than he does about me.
Of course he
I
does.
guess I'm just being silly.
That's right, sweetie.
Man, this card game is awesome. I can't even remember what I was supposed to be doing. Whatever it was, it probably wasn't very important.
Of
And
course
it
not,
certainly
Joey.
didn't involve any of my close family members.
Of course
I'm
not.
afraid your time is up, Joey Wheeler. Exodia.
Exodia.
Obliterate.
They got Jesus.
Ow! The hologram that has no physical presence somehow managed to knock me over.
That's right, Wheeler. Now we'll be taking your Red Eyes Black Dragon.
It is
Of
heavily
course.
implied that you are punching me.
I claim this card in the name of Mars. Isn't that lovely?
Serenity, open this door. Let me comfort you with the sound of my voice.
Yes.
Daddy, no! I'm not having the operation until Joey gets here.
Yugi, answer that phone. I'd get it myself, but I think I'm having a heart attack. Yes, it's definitely a heart attack. Help, by the way.
No.
Help!
Holy cow! You're saying Joey went missing last
Wow,
night?
it suddenly got
And you
very
hadn't seen
bright.
him all day?
Help!
You mean he didn't show up at the hospital?
Help!
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll be able to find him.
Help your grandpa, Yugi!
You can count on us.
Why won't anybody help?
Well, he's not in the park.
Well,
I'm not right.
Grandpa's dead. Tristan?
Tristan, I'm going to regret asking this, but why do you have a motorbike?
Because in the future, card games will be played on motorbikes.
That is the stupidest
That
thing
is
that's ever
true,
come out of
actually.
your
I
mouth.
heard about that.
Card games on motorbikes. Come on.
Yeah, that is actually true. Yes, I heard about that. You gotta be shitting me, yes.
Joey, where are you?
Help! I'm being chased by warehouses. Here comes Speed Racer. He's the demon on wheels. He's a demon and he's gonna be chasing after someone.
It feels like he's just walking in that motorcycle, crying out loud. Where were things here? I can't read, apparently. Here's where things get rather confusing. Okay, I'm willing. In the original Japanese episode, there's a scene where Tristan confronts Joey on the beach, breaking him out of his stupor by violently punching him? Stupor, what's that? I don't know what that means, actually. Give me just a second. So, I read more or less what this means, and it's kind of like unconscious and kind of drunk. So, what? Like, I know when you find people like on the beach, you know, that almost drown, there's that, you know, funny thing that people tend to do, which is doon, doon, doon. Then if it doesn't work, they like slap them in the face. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You know, I know that happens on comedy shows, but like, really? Just punching him violently? And that's how he breaks him out of his stage of unwellness? That seems bad. That seems ridiculous. Are you going to show that? 4 kids decide to eliminate this scene, thereby ridding the Finding Joey subplot of any real conclusion. Okay, so they never find him.
Hey
Instead, we
guys, I
got
found
this.
Joey. Bye.
Serenity.
That was great.
Are you in there? It's me, Joey. I'm sorry I let you down, sis. I was supposed to be here for you, but I got distracted by a meaningless children's card game.
Of
Plus, I
course.
spent the prize money on trading cards. Can you ever forgive me?
No.
You selfish bastard.
Of
Well,
course,
heck,
you
there's no
tell
need for
him.
that kind of language. Joey, I could go blind. Yeah, but sight is overrated. You don't need eyesight to do the really important things.
Which
You
is
know,
card
like
games.
Card games.
Yes.
Okay, maybe that's a bad example. But Serenity, as long as I'm around, nothing bad will ever happen to you.
Bullshit.
I promise.
Help!
So the operation was a failure, and Serenity's going to go blind? Yep. The good news is Serenity won't be needing her trading cards anymore. Wow. You're kind of a selfish bastard, Joey.
Yes.
So what cards does she
Yeah.
have anyway?
Oh shit. That didn't happen, right? She was actually good. Credit to Alknolian, please do make an animation of that. Please. Like,
I love the power glove. It's so bad.
He touched my breast!
This pornography is really quite good.
great animation. I have to say I am satisfied with the rare card hunters because they had Exodia and it plays to their name. They have rare cards, you know. So they had Exodia. How they had Exodia, I don't know for sure. I thought that was a one of a kind of card. You know, just they were just the 5 pieces. It's five or 6 pieces of Exodia created, and that was it. Like, there were no more pieces of Exodia. So, you know, when it comes to that, you know, it feels like either Exodia is very rare, or they got the cards that Yu-Gi lost and in season 1, which shows that they have some resources to seek some really rare cards. It sets them up as capable fighters because they defeated Joey, which is by the show's standards, even though we don't really see it, technically Joey isn't bad. After all, he did make it to the final of the Duelist Kingdom, so we know that he isn't bad, even though we never do see him do a lot card fighting wise, you know. Even though we never see a lot of Joey winning a lot of duels, we know that he's a capable duelist. So when it comes to that, you know, it sets him up. It sets Joey. It sets the rare card hunters as capable fighters and capable duelists, which is very important, especially consider that they are going to be our villains for the new arc for this season, not Marek. So it works really well that they have powerful cards that are recognizable, like Exodia, in their deck, and now, you know, the dragon. And, you know, it really helps that, you know, they actually defeated someone capable, and that we saw that defeat, and we saw how Joey was left. This results in a couple of things. If you like Joey, for instance, it results in you getting angry at them and wanting to see their reckoning, which is what you want for a villain. You want a villain to be hated in most situations, or loved to be hated, or you want a villain that is, you know, people love to hate, something along those lines. So that works because they are meant to be discardable villains, you know, they are not the important villains. But if they are already this strong, it means that Merrick is even stronger, which sets him up, again, to be the greatest villain that we have had so far, which makes sense, you know, that's how it should be. So it works really well in that way. Us, the viewers, get angry for Joey because, you know, he was assaulted and his favorite card was taken away and stuff like that, and his rarest card was taken away. So it works on that way, and it works for the main character because the main character's best friend was just assaulted and attacked by this group of evil people that need to get a beat down, basically. So it involves the entirety of the friend group and the main characters around this now plot, and it works well in that way. So I'm really pleased in how this episode was done. Again, like I've said before, Little Kuriboh has done a good job, in my opinion. Passing from season 1 to season 2, it feels like he learned a lot in the meanwhile, and that he's changed, and he has decided to change the way he was doing the story. It feels like now I'm watching a show with a story that is just making fun of itself at the same time, instead of just watching a parody of Yu-Gi-Oh! It feels like I'm watching something with actual content instead of just joke, which, again, like I've said before, it was fine, it was funny, it was great, but it felt like I was watching characters that, you know, even though they were kind of developed, it didn't go anywhere. The show didn't go anywhere, and it felt like the show was just one of those gag shows, and that wasn't really, you know, stuff that was happening wasn't really understandable. So now it feels like we are actually getting some plot and some story, which I really appreciated. I'm gonna leave this up here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like and subscribe, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. Also, please don't forget to comment about the light. Please tell me if you prefer it this way or the other way, or if you know, if you'd like to see something else different. You know, I'm still trying it out. It's new, and I'm sure that in a couple of weeks it will look way better than it is now. But for now, this is what we are going with. So please do tell me in the comments below how you guys feel about the light. And yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!